Okay.
Well, you said do something spectacular.
I didn't know you were going to do that. You know that time is like fucking...
Well, yeah, that's what I was aiming for. It was like playing the spoons, but with your hands.
It's that guy, and he like have like a conversation with somebody else. Well, thank you.
Well, I'm out today. Well, I'm out yesterday. Anyway.
I bet we're annoying people's ears.
Probably.
Welcome back to Jibber Jabbin'. I'm your boy, Travis.
The enthusiasm is in there.
I'm also your boy, Sophie.
I am a girl. I am a woman, and my name is Jen.
Hi, Jen. So what are we talking about today? Fitness, right?
Fitness, yes.
Okay. Well, okay. Let's start off with, for Sophie's birthday, I bought her a Fitbit, and I feel like...
She's become a monster.
She's become like obsessed with the Fitbit and everything to do with the Fitbit.
This is true, yeah.
So, yeah. So I've had a Fitbit for like, I don't know, 2 years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little less. And I guess, so like Ben, our friend Ben, also joined the Fitbit cult. And now me, Sophie, Ben, and Joe today are currently competing with each other to see who can get the most steps in a day.
Who's in the lead?
Who's in the lead right now?
Sophie is in the lead. Joe is behind her by like 300 steps.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
behind him by like 50 steps.
Joe could straight up just get up off the couch or wherever he's sitting and just walk around his like house for a minute and be in the lead.
Yep. And Ben is like 500 steps behind me.
And he just said he's like, I have to go to a massage in a little bit, so he won't be getting any steps then. But he's at an advantage because he doesn't go to bed ever, so...
Yeah, I was going to say...
We'll be sleeping by 10.
Well, no, it's only for another 6 hours, That's challenge.
True, yeah.
When does it end? At midnight?
At midnight, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be walking around till midnight. Like, I thought he was done when I went to bed at like 10:30, and then he got like another 3,000. I was like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's horseshit. I'll be in bed by 10. I think that it's fun to watch her. It's like it's like a horse race. Like you're watching her like, race, oh, who's in the lead now? But I actually it's not made me walk any more than I normally do, so I don't really. It's fun watching people.
Well,
Joe was actually kind of he was getting a little bit competitive. We were walking and he got ahead of Ben. He's like, "Take that, fucking asshole." Essentially.
I was going to tell Joe in the little chat that comes with it, I was like, don't let him pass you, Joe. Keep going.
Well, we were together. We were walking the dogs. But he was already ahead of me because he walks them so much during the day. But...
Well, it's fun to get competitive. I actually had a conversation with a coworker today about doing like some sort of like... kind of sort of like a weight loss challenge at work.
Oh my god. I know it was Scott.
No, it wasn't Scott.
It was Matt then.
It was Matt. Yeah.
And you know what? They did this last year.
We were talking about how we could compete and see who like does the best at the end of a certain amount of time.
They tried to do that last year and it lasted a week and they all gave up.
Who gave it? Why?
Every one of them. Yeah. So Brandon, one of the people that they're brothers of someone that works there now, but they don't work there anymore. He didn't last more than like a day.
Really?
Yeah, because he was ordering, because they go to Tim Hortons every day, and he ordered like 2 turkey bacon sandwiches every time he went, which is like 1,500 calories. Is that the guy they
literally call turkey bacon?
That is why they call him that, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, we were saying, like, maybe we could do like what I said was, we could do something like, we had to write down, like, on like a dry erase board, like what we had to eat the night before or whatever.
Yeah.
And the person who has like the worst food on the list maybe gets like a shit job or like gets ridiculed.
Right? That's subjective. You know what I mean? Like
like what's a shitty meal?
Yeah.
Like
an unhealthy meal.
Like McDonald's, I guess?
Some people might consider like, I don't know, if just...
Well, we'd have to all come together and agree.
Right?
Yeah. Like, if you told me you had spaghetti and meatballs last night, I would consider that not a very healthy meal.
I would consider that, like, mid-level.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
right.
It's not super health.
Well, what if you had like a piece of salmon and like a garden vegetable salad?
That's really healthy.
I'd say you're missing a carbohydrate.
You're missing a carb, but yeah, that's healthy. Yeah, you back that up with some brown rice or something.
Not brown rice. Gross.
Oh my god.
Brown rice tastes the same to me.
No. Honestly, like, if I'm being completely honest, white rice is obviously superior to brown rice.
I disagree.
But I eat only brown rice now because I have to.
Well, I thought that was a good idea anyway.
Well, they tried it. They tried it last year, and they all fucking gave up because it was too hard.
And Matt, I was like,
and then Scott just literally did not eat. He was like fasting for days and days.
How long has he been doing that?
Fasting?
Yeah,
years.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Well, we were saying
that was his heart.
And then Matt was like, he was like, well, what if me and Scotty just pledge that we're gonna have McDonald's and not tell anybody? And then we'd be winning with McDonald's in our stomachs. And I was like, well, that wouldn't make you very honorable, wouldn't it? Or would it? Because, like...
Yeah, that's too...
But if you make it a weight loss
thing,
then, like, if they were eating McDonald's all the time, they wouldn't be losing weight.
Just make sure you do it a proportion.
But also, though, we couldn't do that, because do you think Scotty loses weight?
Yeah, he probably would.
Like, he's super, like, fit. Why he wouldn't want to lose weight? He just
he does want to lose weight. I know he does.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he tells me all the time. He's like, once I get to my goal weight and all this shit. So.
He's already at goal weight. That doesn't make any sense.
Not according to him. I think that he's fine. I think that at this point in his life, he could probably just eat like a normal human being. But he still fasts.
He definitely could.
He just I don't know. He doesn't trust himself. I don't think because he just wants to eat like all the food.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I thought it was an okay idea.
I think it makes sense if everybody starts at a place where they all need to lose weight, like 50-ish pounds or something like that, and then you do it as a percentage of your total body weight. Right?
Okay,
so on The Biggest Loser.
So what we'll do is we'll just buy Donies like consistently until we're all at that point.
So you guys already buy donuts every single day?
No.
So you need to buy more?
We can do a general consensus that we're done. We're off the Donies.
Well, you don't even... Here's the thing. So where we work, I don't eat the donuts that they buy every day because I have willpower. But there's how many people work outside? 2 Matts. The other Matt doesn't eat the donuts, so I'm not counting him.
He does sometimes.
Barely ever. You, Hank, Matt, Scott, and Brad. And then
stole
occasionally Adam.
By the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering what was going on
Other
in
Matt
situation. So they buy 2 dozen donuts for 6 people.
Yeah. And then I eat 3 or 4, sometimes 7.
Well, the math dictates that you kind of have to.
Yeah. Well, only the one time I ate 7. And that day when I ate 7, Scott ate 12.
That is ridiculous.
So... Why don't you just buy 1 dozen?
Exactly, and then each person gets 2.
Yeah.
I feel like I started the 2
and then you don't feel like... No, you didn't. They were doing that long before you started working there.
Really?
Yeah. Or sometimes they buy a dozen donuts and then they back that up with like 6 muffins or whatever. Like
or
muffins
50 attendees heavy on
muffins are even worse than donuts. They're dense little fuckers.
I like their muffins though. Their chocolate chip muffins.
I just like it. So we take break at 10 o'clock. Nothing in me wants to eat that much at 10 o'clock in the morning. I've already eaten breakfast.
That's fair, yeah.
Like, I don't...
Well, I don't usually eat breakfast.
Well, then maybe you should start.
Yeah, maybe that's
I've been eating Donies for breakfast. It's been good, though. It's been awful.
I was going to say, like, there's no way.
I do not feel good after eating donuts. No. Unless it's, like, an old-fashioned plain. If I have, like, 1 or 2 of those, oh, shit. That's good.
Maybe just, like, have 1.
1 or 7 of those?
Just 1.
Okay, so back to
fitness.
So what else? You guys have been doing a boot camp?
Well, actually, it's called Workout Warriors.
Oh.
WW.
I'm a warrior.
Are you guys warriors? Have you fought in wars?
No.
In a way.
The war against
I'm the class
laziness.
clown in there.
Are you?
Yeah, I always am. I'm always the class clown.
Yeah, everyone thinks she's hilarious.
No,
especially the
me.
instructor.
Really?
Yeah.
But are you okay? Is your sciatica acting up?
Oh my lord, yeah, she's
Can
always...
you do this?
I made the horrendous mistake of mentioning that I have sciatica to our instructor, which is not a consistent... If anybody has sciatica, they know that it's not all the time. you have flare-ups. And mine is gone. I discovered that why my butt hurts is actually just because we've been doing this boot camp. It's not related to my sciatica. Nice. I don't think. I think I pulled a muscle in my ass.
Yeah,
essentially is what I'm getting.
It's like having the gout, though. Like, sciatica just flares up if you...
Do you know what gout is?
Because gout,
gout just flare up from like...
Sciatica is not really related
sciatica
to that.
Well, I don't mean, like, it flares up. It's not there all the time. That's all I meant.
But gout's like... Yeah, anyway.
It's not there all the time.
I'm not like fucking Queen Anne lying in bed and having the gout.
The gout, like Jimmy from Tim's, he drinks too many Guinnesses and he gets the gout.
Jesus. But yeah, I made the mistake of telling our instructor that I have sciatica, and she every time we do anything, she's like, "How's your sciatica?" And I'm like, "It's fucking fine." Okay? Yeah. If it wasn't okay, I wouldn't be doing it.
No, you'd stop, bro.
Right?
Because it's danger.
So.
It painful.
So how's that going though? You guys like it?
So we finished like the first round of it, but like I would just say that the only thing I'd like to see in it, and I'm hoping she's gonna do this for second round. So we usually do like 3 sets of an exercise with like small breaks in between, and then we move on to another exercise, or sometimes we superset it. But instead of taking the break, I feel like if we're doing like our squats. And the squat holds in that break, we should be like running like 100 meters or something and running back.
Because you're already taking a break in between like the different exercises.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So you're still getting that break. And the break is usually...
some people need those breaks.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not duress. Like, they're not going to be like, you have to run or you're fucking out. Like...
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
She could... the only thing was she could have like presented like more advanced options. Like, if you don't want to run...
Yeah,
you don't have to do
I think that she was limited though, like because it was being run through KSSC.
Right.
So right. I think they might have
Sports and Social Club.
Yeah. So I think they limited her on what she was allowed to do.
I see.
Because it has to be for everyone, and she just had to like.
So you guys are gonna like train with her now after KSSC, like separately?
Yeah. So this is just run by her, and I kind of like that because. I feel like KSSC was probably taking a pretty significant cut.
Train.
And so now she's getting, like, the whole thing, which I think is
fair.
Yeah.
It is. And, like, that's fine. Like, I do like her. She's very nice.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
So we're going to do it for 4 more weeks, but it's twice a week this time.
Yeah.
Oh, well, cool. I guess Sophie was doing it twice a week.
Yeah, Sophie was doing twice a week. So I tried yoga.
Yes, I heard all about it.
Yeah, I didn't like it. But, hey.
What didn't you like
What can you do?
Let's explore this.
Because I love yoga, but why didn't you like it?
I didn't like, for one, we did it outside in the hot sun, and I was wearing all black.
See, so this is why you don't need to match. You could have worn like black shorts.
I'm wearing green
and
pants,
a green
shorts and a green shirt today. Yeah. I was wearing black shorts and a black shirt
and a black hat
and a black hat.
No, black shoes.
They're like, hat. It's fucking black Travis. Shoes. He works for fucking the PsyOps group. That's why he's wearing all black.
Yeah, sunglasses too. You had on.
So the heat. Because I don't know, it was really like breathe in your innermost self and breathe from the top of your head and breathe into your toes and feel your breath all through your body. And I was just like, okay, sure. And then, I don't know, we just stretched. It was like a stretch.
Yeah, that's what yoga is. It's very good for you.
But also...
I do understand where you're coming from in terms of the, like, breathe through your side chakra or whatever.
Breathe into your jowls.
Yeah, I don't
give it a shake.
I feel like that actually helps, like, me breathe properly, because otherwise I'd just be like...
Sometimes it does. When people remind me to breathe, it's helpful, because sometimes I forget.
Yeah.
When I'm doing stuff like that. So I do understand... I don't necessarily buy into all of that stuff because it's just not for me. However, I do like stretching because I find it very beneficial. Like one of our friends is a yoga instructor and like she can do stuff that I couldn't do in a million years.
Right.
Because she does it like all the time.
Yeah. But still, I don't know. I didn't enjoy it. It's not for me. Okay.
Well, that's like, so to the same like idea, like I like yoga, but... Not all the time. Because I think Sophie maybe kind of agrees with me on this. I like to exercise and it needs to be like, go, go, go. We're doing it now. We gotta go.
Hard.
Go fucking hard!
Okay, can I just say though, like maybe I would like it by myself. If I did it alone,
Like with like a YouTube video or something?
You might.
Not like just like looked at something and did those stretches. You know what I mean? Just silence.
I don't know. I'm too much, like I said, I am a class clown. So when I do yoga, I have to like actively stop myself from making like wisecracks and stuff.
Right.
But when one of our friends did like aerial yoga where it was more like, not like normal yoga. So there was a lot of like hands-on instructing and like people making massive mistakes because you're like up in the air on silks. So it was more relaxed. And I found that environment much more welcoming because I could be like, whatever. Like, so that worked more for me. But I do like yoga on occasion. Like sometimes I just really need it, I guess.
Yeah, it's not something I can fit in every day, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I like to do it when I do it. Is it unfortunate
that you can't do it every day, though? Like,
because I have a lot of issues with how tight my muscles are, and I really should be doing something like that every day.
Don't you want some nice, thick, fucking tight muscles, bro?
Not that kind of tight, bro. Like,
yeah, it's more like
I guess so.
I can't extend my leg because it's too tight.
Yeah. I don't know. There were also parts of the class where it's like it's out of like the hands of the teacher and everything. It's like we're laying on very unlevel ground and shit. And
that was just that particular session.
Yeah.
Usually it's
enjoyed it
inside.
In the barn.
Maybe if it was inside. Yeah.
It's really nice. Me and Jen did one in the barn when it was raining.
Yeah, that was nice.
It was nice and cool. I think it was like in the fall or something.
Okay, so
and the rain was like hitting the roof just so, and it was very relaxing. It was very nice.
Okay, so I know that I have really good balance, right?
I don't.
And when we're doing the stupid tree pose, because of the stupid unlevel ground, I look like a fool trying to figure out tree pose, even though like I can do this.
Here's something that I took a while to like ingrain in my head with any sort of fitness, and I'm sure Sophie can relate to, is that when you're doing stuff like tree pose, or if you're doing like donkey kicks, whatever, no one... Well, that's what they're called.
I know, but it's funny.
Okay, relax. No one else is paying attention to what you're doing. They're trying to focus on their own fucking tree pose.
Okay.
Like, is tree pose this one where you're like standing up and you have to like go like
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you can't put your foot on your knee. It has to be higher than your knee.
Either higher
or lower. Yeah. So lower I can do. I don't think I can do higher. No, my leg doesn't go that high.
Higher, and here it comes.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Travis is going to show us his tree pose.
Okay, y'all ready for this?
Oh, you're cheating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Your posture is bad though. So.
No, you. No.
I just think you're being a little butthurt about this, but
I was. Oh, you know what? It was okay. It was okay. It wasn't. It's not for me, but it was okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I wouldn't do it every day. It's something I couldn't see myself doing every day, I don't think. But, like, on occasion, I do enjoy it. So. Yeah. Well. I much more prefer my fitness to be sweaty and, like, fast and...
hurting.
I want to feel like fucking garbage after.
No. Yeah. I hate that. I hate when I'm hurt working out. That's why I don't do it.
I think we mean more hurt, like not like a twisted ankle or something, but like
I mean like my ass hurts from yesterday.
Yeah. Well, I get that. I feel like I've been getting that at work with like lifting heavy shit and like
planting trees.
Yeah, planting trees, just saving the world, you know. One tree at a time.
So, what's your earliest memory of
fitness? I actually used to be in really good shape from like, skateboarding.
From like 0 to 10.
Yeah. No, from like until I was like 19. I was in really, really good shape.
Then you got cancer.
And then I had tumor and could not be active. And then I literally got in a slump of not being active, and it's followed me to now.
Fair enough. I find when you're a kid, though, you're way more... Sorry, I didn't mean yawn. When you're a kid, you're, like, way more adventurous, and you're not afraid to get hurt.
Yeah, that's
So you're,
true.
like, willing to take more risks. So, like, I went to Algonquin Park this weekend with Joe and my friend Sarah, who lives nearby Algonquin Park, and we swam in this river, but it was, like, a rapid river, and there was a lot of, like, rock climbing, like, in and out of the water, or, like... I don't know. So yeah, like we climbed out of the rocks to go see the waterfall.
Yeah.
And I very much felt like a child. But a lot of you, it was like, it wasn't hard, but it wasn't easy. Mm-hmm. And I remember being like, thinking like, when I was a kid, this was like easy peasy.
Yeah.
Like you just jump into the fucking water,
That's crazy
traverse the rocks, and then look at the waterfall, and then be like, let's jump in the water from up high. But as an adult, I was like, okay, I have to think about this. Can't just, walk on the rock because it's fucking jagged and you're going to fall.
Yeah.
Or drown.
Or drown, yeah. Or fall and then drown.
So what was your earliest memory, Travis?
I don't know.
The first time you were doing fitness.
Well, okay. I bought from my cousin. I got he was moving away. And yeah, he was moving away. So he sold me all of his workout equipment, which was a barbell and a bench and a bunch of those weights that are poured concrete into the plastic casings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some of those.
So I got 300 pounds in that.
Oh shit.
And I got a bunch of dumbbells and barbells and all kinds of shit. And then he gave me another barbell that I used as a chin-up bar. I made this thing in a door frame and used yeah.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about the one time that you did it and it didn't hook on right.
Oh yeah, and I fell.
And you fell right on your ass.
Yeah, so I had bought an as seen on TV chin-up bar, one that you put in your door.
Oh yeah.
And I went to do a chin-up and it fucking fell off the door while I was halfway up.
Jesus.
That was scary.
I lived with someone that had one of those, and he was kind of a character. And he would do chin-ups in his doorway while listening to Aqua.
Oh yeah.
So it'd be I'm a Barbie, let's go party. And then
it was, I'm a Barbie, let's go party.
What are the words?
It's come on, Barbie. I'm a Barbie, let's go party.
I was close. I wasn't even fucking close. But he'd be like, yeah. And he'd be doing the fight, and he'd be like, ah.
He'd just be fucking raging, the just Barbie girl.
It was, do you know Wes?
Yeah.
That's who it was.
That makes sense.
Jesus. Yeah, I can see that.
My earliest memory, my parents used to have those, and they were red, and they were the hand squeeze things.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And they
okay.
Hand string. Grip string. And my parents also had, they were so dangerous. They were on a slinky, or not
I
a
know what
slinky,
you're talking about.
And you stretch them really far.
Metal coils?
Yeah, it's a coil, and you'd smack yourself in the fucking face with it.
I remember, I had, you remember in the 80s when they had those, things that are shaped like this,
and you put them
in
between
your legs?
Yeah.
And you squeeze?
Yeah.
Reminds me of that hand thing. That's why
I imagine.
Oh, yeah, Thigh Master.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's called, Thigh Master.
My parents also had a rowing machine, but the rows itself were these handles that were connected to these long metal bars.
Okay.
Instead of you pulling.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very awkward.
Interesting. How 80s. Huh?
Yeah, it was pretty easy.
I have a question. So that hand thing.
Yeah.
You squeeze it.
Yeah.
Why?
It's for grip strength.
Yeah, but if you're not a super old person or
if you're a
baby.
I have horrible grip strength.
What?
Yeah.
No, you don't. Squeeze my arm. That's pretty good grip, bro.
It's not, though. When we did aerial yoga, I would have to, pull myself up, and I'd be my grip was just absolutely
Who wants to test my grip?
No, thanks.
No, I'm good.
Here, I'll do mine.
Okay, go. Okay, that's pathetic. Don't. For real. Yeah, okay. Hers is better than yours.
Well, I didn't actually squeeze you as hard as I...
That's what I asked for.
I don't want to.
Squeeze him!
It's fine.
Sophie wins. Because you weren't trying.
If you're not trying, you can't win. That's
She's really trying, though.
That's okay. I doubt mine is stronger than Jen's.
I texted. So our friend, like I said before, we're competing for steps in the day.
Yeah.
And he apparently texted Sophie earlier on this morning.
Oh, no.
And was like, did he get ahead of us?
Both Joe and Ben did. So Ben is now about 1,200 ahead of me.
How?
And Joe is at the same. He's like 100 less than Ben. Ben said he went and shot around real hard before his massage.
That's bullshit. Anyway.
He just went like this.
Yeah, probably. He's just shaking his hand.
hand.
So I texted our friend and I was like, you know, I don't just like sit at my desk all day, right? Because like I work in a library, so I'm moving all the time. And he just texted me back, I did not.
I did not know
that.
I did not know that. Yeah, I think what he's thinking is probably more accurate for what I do.
Yeah.
In the day, right? Like, I literally am on my computer all
Sophie
day.
sometimes will work. She'll wake up in bed and, like, get her computer and then go back to bed. And
only
literally
when
have,
feeling
like,
that good.
like 40
Well,
steps in a
to
day.
be fair, I'm not even very certain that
To
Ben
be
knows
fair.
what I do for a living because he said that not that long ago. He's like, I'm going to be honest, I don't really know what you do.
Nice.
And I was like, okay, cool.
Nice to know. Nice to know you care.
Well, it's not uncomplicated. Like,
we should find a way to get Ben on the podcast. Like, actually get him on the podcast. Because he's like, why was I never asked to be on your podcast?
Because you
But then we
literally
already
are
know.
afraid of, like, you have stage fright and you're awkward as fuck.
We should do another this or that episode. Because he has very polarizing opinions.
He does, and
So
he
all of us-
prefers to play the devil's advocate for no reason. So.
Yeah.
Let's do that. We can think of some topics and then see
Okay.
who wants to come on. Anyways, back to fitness.
Anyway, back to fitness.
Back to fitness.
My parents used to have, it was like a ski machine. Like, it had, like, skis, and you did, like, as if you were cross-country skiing, but you stayed in place. So it was like a ski
Oh, is it? Are they
treadmill
called a
almost.
gazelle? Or is that different?
I don't know.
I know what you're talking
It was
about.
really old. Like, this was, like, when I was, like, 3 or 4, and I wouldn't have even been allowed to use it. So
Oh.
I wouldn't have been tall enough to use it.
I told the story about Tony, right? Getting his toe cut off. Yeah, the toe episode.
the toe.
Yeah,
Right.
Stories about toes.
Tony and his
So
toe.
we had one of those bikes, and then
We had
Yeah.
a
I
forget what I
treadmill
was
that
gonna
was
say.
just like no one ever used ever.
yeah. Do you remember the treadmills that weren't like electric, and you had to push them with your feet?
Yeah.
Like you had to
Oh.
like really try.
They were trying those out at Queens for a little bit, and I think people were like, I don't like this, because it's kind of scary. It's, like, hard to stop. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess it would
Yeah.
What I would do is I'd grab the handles and just to stop. like the wheels would keep spinning, but the track, like the rubber mat, would stop, and you'd hear it like you'd hear the wheels still.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember those machines that you'd get inside it? It was like this big belt that was attached to this big box thing, and you hook the belt around you and the box, and it just
And it would
shakes.
shake you?
It
Yeah.
just shakes the fucking belt, and it's like.
Oh,
just-
yeah.
It's supposed to
Those
shake
are-
the fat off of you.
Oh, yeah, you would put it on, like, your butt. Like,
Your butt or
Those
your
are-
gut.
yeah.
Those are not real.
Those were big in the 50s and stuff, I think.
Yeah, I truly believe in those, and I think they need to make a comeback.
Well, you know, they don't have that anymore, but what some people go to get done, like a lot of, like, influencers and, like, just people with way too much money,
Yeah.
they get those lymphedema treatments where they're just, like, in that really tight suit, and apparently that, like, sucks out water or something like that,
What?
and it's supposed to make you, like, lose weight. And there's another one where they just put on, like, essentially like a belt that, like, is contracting your muscles for you while you just lay there. And I'm like, how fucking lazy are you, bro? Like, if you're gonna do that, like, just go get the liposuction.
I'm getting all the work out
Without even moving. Like, and it doesn't make any sense, really, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
that's stupid.
Same with like waist trainers and stuff. I don't know.
Those
Or
are
those
just
things,
dangerous,
those
yeah.
things that they're like pads, and you put them on your muscles, and it shocks you, and it makes your muscles like tense up, and you're like, "Fuck!"
I think that's what this belt thing is.
Oh, really?
based on, yeah.
You ever see people like put that shit on their face? It's not good.
I imagine not.
Yeah.
So, what about, like, fitness as you were, like, growing up, like, elementary school, high school? What kind of things did you do? Or, like, sports?
Who, me? Go, Jen.
Jen,
go.
go!
What's the question? I'm looking.
Sports in high school. What you do?
Or elementary school, yeah.
How do you
Oh,
stay
Or
fit?
fitness activities.
Well, in public school, we had lots of volleyball and basketball. And we even played it at lunchtime. There were, like, leagues at lunch in public
Wow.
school.
Lunch leagues.
Which was kind of cool. I developed a nickname
What was it?
that Ben's little brother and his friend gave me. in volleyball.
What was it?
I'm afraid to tell you.
Jen Fury?
No.
Jen Furry?
No, it was Bomber.
Bomber.
Yeah.
That feels like that's a good nickname.
Because you throw fucking bombs?
Yeah.
I don't know how it even started.
That's a good athletic nickname.
Bomber.
Actually.
I don't know why they started it. I feel
Better
like...
than Stork Dork, which is what they used to call me.
Why do they call you
Why
Stork
do they call
Dork?
you
Because
Stork
you're
Dork?
tall.
Well, because my legs were really long in proportion to my body.
That
still kind
that
of
makes
are, I
sense.
guess. And I was also really skinny, so I was just kind of like this.
We should call
Thing
Sophie
walking
Stork
around.
Dork.
I don't like that nickname.
I like
it's
it.
too long. It's too. I don't like that it's 2 words.
Yeah, okay.
So shows.
So we could just call her a dork.
I don't call you that.
What an insult, too. Dork. You dork.
I mean, it was mostly boys that were calling me that who just wanted to kiss me, so.
What is a dork?
It's not too bad. What's
A
a
dingus.
dork? Like a dingus, a geek,
Like, what's a
nerd.
dingus?
A nerd.
Where do these words come from, though?
The
I
internet.
don't know. We're talking about fitness. We're not talking about etymology.
Yeah.
Well, we could...
No, they don't go
No.
together.
Fitness entomology into this
So yeah.
fitness podcast.
Anyway, so when I was in public school, I played on the basketball team and the volleyball team, and then in high school, I did not. I don't think I tried out for volleyball, and I didn't make the cut, which was stupid because I was the starting server in public school.
Oh,
So I'm not really sure how that happened. And the other people that I was on the team with made the team, and I was like, I don't understand. Because I think that I'm a pretty good volleyball player. But anyway, and then I played rugby. And then the next year, I tried out for volleyball again. And then the senior team needed players.
And then they took you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
So you weren't good enough the first time, and then you were too good?
I don't know if that's what it was, but I was like, I'll play on the senior team. And I didn't play for very long, because, they played me a little bit, but then they said it wasn't fair to the other girls to let someone that was younger than them take up playtime, and I was like, so why am I on the team? So I just ended up playing.
Who is this for?
Yeah. But yeah, I mostly just played rugby in high school.
Rugby scared me.
Rugby got out a lot of aggression for me, which was nice.
I've got a really long answer for mine.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, are you ready?
Ready.
None. I didn't play any sports.
You didn't do anything?
Liar!
I thought you did play volleyball.
I played... I did cheerleading.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's a sport, even though your intentions were not.
My intentions were good enough, okay? My girlfriend was the head cheerleader. And she was like, you gotta be on the team because no boys want to be on the team. And I was like, okay. Because why else would a boy want to be on a cheerleading team?
Well, some of them actually like cheer, I'm sure.
Well, I don't think any guy who was on that team liked it.
They're probably not Kingston, though, yeah.
Because all the popular hot girls were also on the cheer team. So I did cheer, but I was just a base. I didn't do much other than throw and catch people.
I mean, that's still hard, dude.
Yeah, it was okay. I threw my back out catching somebody by myself. So we tried out for the Kingston Elite cheer team.
Wow.
And
which
is a legitimate team. It's okay. It's a good team. It's a good cheer team.
We're not making fun of you, Travis. We're making fun of Kingston.
Anyway, so we tried out for KE, is what we call it. You're trying out for KE? Hell yeah, I'm trying out for KE. So me and this other dude who had never done anything cheer or any sort of gymnastics at all came to try out because I'm assuming one of his girlfriends was also trying out for KE. And so we tossed the girl. We showed him how to toss, and then we tossed her up. And then he got scared and just threw his hands up and stepped back. So I caught the girl by myself and pulled out my bag. Which sucked.
You should have just let her
Actually, yeah, I should have just let her fucking fall on the ground.
Well, maybe.
I guess it's like a padded floor. It's meant for springing off of.
I mean, she still probably would have broken an ankle or something.
Yeah, probably.
So
I was a hero, and that made it so I couldn't be on KE anymore. And then my relationship went way downhill after that.
For the best.
No, so I did that. I guess cheer was a thing I did. That was probably the only sport, organized school sport that I ever did. I played volleyball for a bit, but that went nowhere. I mean, I'm obviously not a volleyball star. So
You're all right. You're one of the better people when we play at KSSC.
Oh God.
I do good at
So
volleyball.
frustrating.
Yeah.
Bringing back, flashbacks.
Dodgeball champ 1997.
That makes no sense. Because he would have been 7. So.
Dr. Dodgeball 98.
Dr. Dodgeball?
Do you guys remember
It's
Dr.
way
Dodgeball?
different than
Yes.
regular Dodgeball.
You like touch
You go down
people,
and somebody's a doctor.
and the doctor's a secret,
And-
right?
Yeah, and people like protect it, and like they have decoys, and you can make like a
Yeah.
shelter for the doctor.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
hell
game.
yeah.
That was dope.
Manhunt champion 2001.
Yeah, Manhunt. That's
All
something we
this
should play.
stuff, it's crazy to think of. Yeah, literally everything we did as children, well, most things we did as children were like super like fitness oriented, right? Like running around, tagging each other,
biking,
Skipping.
places, yeah.
swimming, jumping off of shit,
jumping off crazy shit, being crazy in general.
Yeah.
doing nar flip triple sow cows, triples. You know, isn't triple sow cow a figure skating thing?
Yes, it is.
Okay, makes sense.
Nice.
Do you guys do any? Sophie, you did
Oh,
dance.
you did dance. Yeah, I did. So I did
Wow.
in elementary school. I did.
Wow.
You can really
wow.
dance. I did track and field, but mostly high
Oh
jump.
shit! Yeah, I did
Oh,
track and field. I
got
forgot
that
about that.
fucking. What is it? The ribbon they gave out just for showing up.
Participation ribbon.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's
but-
okay. So I mostly liked the field events. Like, what would that have been? Long jump, triple jump, and high jump. I was shit at shot put.
That's what I did. I was actually really good at it. I came in
couldn't-
first place in one of the tournaments.
You know Delorier, right? Brandon Delorier.
No.
One of Hank's friends. You know who he is.
I know who he is. Yeah, he's like a Canadian championship.
Yeah, he was like
Kinda guy.
a
Oh.
shot put fucking champ, this guy.
You know that James is like the 3rd best bull rider in the country, right?
James? Oh, James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
crazy.
goes to like the Calgary Stampede and shit like that. Yeah.
That's nuts. Sorry, Sophie.
Impressive.
We
Sorry.
interrupted
you again.
It's okay. I'm used to it.
That's like a theme on the podcast.
Yeah.
You just fucking interrupt Sophie.
I'm gonna let you finish, but before
Yeah.
that,
Yeah. And then I did some of the track events. I was mostly good at those because I was taller than everybody, so you can't compete with these legs, I guess.
Hell no.
And then I did a little bit of cross country, and then I did basketball in elementary. I did it in like a separate like outside of school league, and then I did it through high school as well. But I was quite a bench warmer, if I'm being honest.
I wasn't.
Did you play basketball?
Sorry?
You played basketball.
That's what I was
Did you just say?
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. When did you start running?
When did I start running?
Yeah.
Been running my whole life.
Sophie ran competitively.
Like 13. So I just did like casual running through high school. I didn't do any like track or anything. I just did basketball. And then I started running like, I don't know, like 5 years ago, but I haven't been doing it in like the last year.
Yeah. So when I played rugby before the season started, because it started in like April, like the end of April. It wasn't a long season because like school ends at the end of June. But before the season started, we'd have to like train before the actual yeah. And we'd like run around the neighborhood around LaSalle, and I would make it a kilometer before I had to stop running. I was like, I can't. Yeah. No, I can't. I fucking hate running. Like, Sophie convinced me to do the cannonball crush. So it was twofold. I was, like, injured for some reason. I don't know what happened to my toe.
Oh, right.
Something was fucked up and it was all bruised and I couldn't walk on it.
We still did it, though.
We did, but I sucked.
No.
Like,
you did fine. We beat people. You and I beat people.
Yeah, but
you guys
still.
came in, like, at least middle of the pack, I'm pretty sure.
I was still disappointed in myself. Let me be disappointed in myself.
I don't think you should be, though. Like,
No.
we did really well.
People don't even finish, bro.
Yeah.
But you could just walk it.
Yeah, but some people can't even do that.
Yeah.
Like, there was this woman, and she went to almost every
Oh my
race
God.
that I went to. And she was quite overweight, like 500 pounds area. So I understand it would take her a long time to do a 5K run. But, like, it was almost like she was doing it slow on purpose because she knew if she came in last, people were gonna really cheer
Yeah.
and they're gonna be like, good for you. And it was like she was like milking it, and she never got faster and she never lost weight, because I would see her year after year at these events, and she would get slower and it would take longer to get in, and eventually they would stop like waiting around for her to come in, and
people stopped clapping for her because they're like,
That's
oh, this
very
bitch again.
strange.
Yeah.
Well, I think she got high off of people cheering for her. Like, yeah, you're doing good.
I hate that.
No,
I
yeah,
hate
like,
when people that I'm like, shut up, don't even look at me.
I feel like she loved that shit because she'd be like, ah, and she'd start waving at everybody and like, oh, thank you, thank you, right? But I'm serious. I think that's what she liked. So she was like, I'm gonna not actually change my lifestyle and keep getting cheered into the fucking finish line.
Yes.
But then everybody stopped. And did you notice she stopped coming after everybody stopped clapping for her?
I don't think I saw her at the last few ones I went to. I mean, that's been like a couple years, but
Yeah, well, she did. She stopped coming.
I was gonna get back into it this year, and then COVID.
I would have ran it again this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not injured with a weird toe injury. That was so bizarre. That happened to me every now and again. Like, let's talk about fitness injuries. Like, when we played basketball that much a week, sometimes, like, it was like the bones in the top of my feet snapped or something. And I wouldn't be able to walk. And then there'd be like a bruise on the top of my foot.
You probably just, like, overextended your toes or overbent or something.
I don't know. But, like, as I get a bit older, I'm getting a bit older.
You don't get up there
it seemed like I've like all of a sudden I've got fucking plantar fasciitis, and then you're like walking on pins and needles after a basketball game. I'm like, ha, ooh, ha.
Yeah, like right in like your heel. Right?
Yeah, right here.
Actually,
I would get that occasionally sometimes. Yeah.
The last few days, because we've been planting all these trees, saving the world, and being amazing people.
You're getting paid.
Paid in the feel goods, like we feel good
and in the money.
No, in just feeling good about
Canadian dollars.
Anyway, my big toe, like the big knuckle in it, where it's like the ball of your big toe. Yeah, that keeps fucking swelling up and hurting and shit because I've been like kicking the shovel and shit.
Yeah, that's not
like,
good.
Wow, a lot of trees.
Yeah. Also, when we first started playing basketball a lot, I don't know if it was like an empathy injury, but my knee started to fucking hurt. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? It hasn't hurt since, but that's me knocking on wood.
Wow.
Yeah, I got pretty bad
Sophie's knees.
But it's because I don't stretch, and I should stretch.
Were you saying something about the way that you were running or something? You were like, I was doing something wrong when I was running.
No, I don't think I'm doing anything wrong when I'm running. I think it's just that everything is so tight, and running makes it more tight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have been getting this thing, though, when I walk for a long time.
You told me about that.
Where my fingers start to swell up really bad, and, like, it hurts. Like, it feels like they're going to explode.
Have you Googled that at all?
I have, and there's, like, no, like, conclusive thing, but it's just, like, a thing that happens.
Oh,
and, like, not to be too worried about it. And I'm like, okay.
Just what happens.
Yeah, I tried to, like, get into running, because I was like, like, it'd be really good for your heart health, and blah, 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 and, like, maybe I'd get that runner's high. But then I just started getting, like, the worst shin splints I've ever had in my life. And I was like, I can't do this. Like,
so I've never had shin splints.
It's awful. It's fucking terrible.
It literally feels the way that word sounds.
Yeah.
Like splints.
Like your shins are like splintering off. Like
Why do you think people, like some people get them and some people don't?
I'm not sure.
About that.
I feel like...
At first I thought it was because of like my weight. But then then Alyssa, who is like 120 pounds, told me that she gets them, and I was like, oh.
I think it's an impact thing. You ever see that movie, that would be
Snowden?
Deep Impact? What?
No, Snowden?
No.
So it's about that dude, Snowden.
Yeah, Edward Snowden.
Yeah. He was in the military, and he got shin splints so bad that eventually, because he was pushed and pushed and pushed in the military, eventually... his shins were literally fractured all through his shins. Oh. And that's apparently what shin splints are. Like, it's like, if you keep going, your shins are breaking.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's something about impact.
I don't.
So what happened was he jumped out of bed and broke both of his legs.
What?
Yeah.
That sounds...
Look it up.
I'm going to, because
Look
that
it up.
sounds fake.
So the only thing with that is that means it probably would be related to weight because you're putting more impact on your shin.
I think it's the way that your feet are landing on the ground. Because he was a small dude. He wasn't a big dude.
I guess, yeah, maybe if you're not...
Oh, okay. So a shin splint is pain along the inside edge of the shin bone due to inflammation of the tissue in the area. And complications may include stress fracture.
Yeah. I tell you.
And it's a stress-induced fracture of the
told
bone
you.
caused by repeated stress over time.
I told you. Listen to me, Dr. Travis.
It's from
knows.
accumulated trauma from repeated submaximal loading, such as running or jumping.
Yeah. I know my shit. Okay?
So then I feel like I should be getting it all the time.
No, because you're landing properly.
Oh, well, just land properly.
It's
heel
hard.
Heel toe.
So I, like Jen, also I always do this. I start on like a fitness kick where I'm like running. I'm gonna do the running. Come on, Sophie, let's go running. And then, shin splints or...
Oh, actually, so the apparently being overweight is a cause of getting shin splints.
Oh.
But there's a bunch of reasons. Having flat feet can do it.
That makes a lot of sense. I have a really high arch. Like if I put my foot in water and then put it down, it's just the top and the bottom completely separated.
Oh. No,
So
I think I do have fallen arches a little bit on my feet.
I don't. Mine are decent.
Excessively tight calf muscles.
That's me. Sexy leg boogie here.
Sexy leg boogie.
And running on asphalt or concrete can do it too, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I do that.
I do.
I do that. Where else are you supposed
Okay.
to go?
So do we have an Am I the Asshole this week? Or,
Or
sorry, were you done your point? About running and then shin splints so you don't run anymore?
Well, like, I don't know. Maybe if I lose some more weight, I'll try it again.
I don't know. I feel like you don't have to run to be in shape.
You definitely don't. I much prefer to hike or walk.
Yeah.
Like, I went hiking on the
Keep
weekend.
your heart rate up.
And I went hiking on the weekend, and one of the hills that we did, I looked at my data afterwards, and my heart rate was 170.
Nice.
When we were climbing, because it's so steep.
I like to be on the edge of heart attack.
Jesus.
That's not...
Remember when I would go on, like, the machine and it would start beeping at me, like, slow down. Your heart's going too fast.
I don't remember that.
It was at the Queen's gym.
Are you sure it's not because you had your hands? Because you know how the treadmill, it will say you shouldn't be holding on if you're at a certain speed, and it will start beeping at you, but you're like, I want to check my heart rate also.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think
Is
that's
that
probably
why
what
it was
it
telling
is,
me to slow down? I thought it was like, you're dying, slow down. Like, thanks, machine. I'm really giving it my all.
Okay, I do have an Am I the Asshole. Did anyone learn anything this week?
Never.
I thought I did. I had something.
You might have thought you learned something, but you didn't.
Okay.
I learned that...
Didn't we say we were going to place this with something else? And then
We
Yeah, we
did.
were gonna.
Something that you're feeling petty about was
Oh.
the idea.
Oh, okay. Everything.
Mostly, my pettiness is related to driving. Like, I drove to Petawawa this weekend to see my friend Sarah, and we took Highway 41 up, and the speed limit is 90, and most of the people in front of me were driving, like, 70, and they were tourists, you could tell, because they were all driving really slow leading up to Bon Echo Park.
Yeah.
And I said to Joe, there were 4 cars in front of me going super slow. And I said, I bet you any money they all fucking turned into Bon Echo. And they did. And I was like, get the fuck out of my way. Like, I was getting so annoyed. And there's no safe place to pass on this highway because it's so windy.
Yeah.
And I'm just, like, getting so annoyed. Sophie, did you do anything petty?
I don't usually do petty things, so.
You fucking liar! You're such a liar!
No, I can't think of anything I did petty this week. I had a little petty situation where a student was trying to weasel their way in as like a late submission, like a 3-week late submission into something. And I told him like, listen, I'm sorry, like it's just not going to work out this time. Like it's already late. I've kind of set the schedule. and you're not even eligible, but I didn't bring that up.
Yeah.
I was like, but you know what, you can attend, and we're going to do events in the future, and I'll let you know about them. And then they went over my head to my supervisors to try to do it. And I told them, I was like, no, I already told them. No, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that.
No.
That made me really mad, because I was
bullshit.
like, do not question my authority.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I the asshole?
Okay. Am I the asshole for refusing to take my girlfriend's pregnant friend to the hospital?
Yes.
Backstory is that my 28 male girlfriend, 25 female, her friend, 24 female,
Don't care.
has always hated our relationship. I've been with my girlfriend for 3 years. At the beginning, her friend made it clear she didn't like my guts. Okay.
Rude.
I think she meant she hated your guts, you mean. She would make passive-aggressive comments about me even while we were dating. Her friend would introduce her to other guys. When we finally got together, her friend would blatantly make up things like, OP thinks you're getting fat, or deliberately misconstrue things I said to make them negative. I tried to make amends with her and include her in group activities, but I've stopped trying a long time ago after she kept backstabbing me. So I do not like her friend and I avoid her whenever I can, and while my girlfriend understands, her friend apparently was there for her in the past when her parents got divorced and whatnot, so she doesn't want to ditch her as a friend. FYI, as a disclaimer, her friend is the type of girl that dyes her hair blue and has a Twitter account that lists her gender, and also where she gets into arguments frequently. That type of girl that most guys want to stay away from anyways. Okay, on to the topic.
I didn't say that because I don't think that's relevant.
Yeah, I think that makes him an asshole for saying that. But yeah, on to the topic. She got pregnant roughly 9 months ago. Well, I mean, you had to drive her to the hospital to give birth, so that makes sense. And also ended up getting kicked out of her apartment a month ago. She was homeless, and since my girlfriend and I live together now, my girlfriend begged me to put aside my differences with her and let her stay with us for a bit. I relented because it meant a lot to my girlfriend, but I made one condition. I do not interact with her at all, to which she agreed.
Jesus.
For the most part, I've kept out of her way, but occasionally I've heard a few snide comments about me from her friend. It's whatever. Sure it is. My girlfriend is out of the house from morning until 6 p.m., so she wasn't there when this happened. On Monday, her friend started screaming out for me that she thinks she's having the baby. I told her, then call an ambulance, but her friend didn't want to pay for the ambulance cost. They're Americans, I think.
$5,000.
I told her that there is nothing I could do and I'm not driving 15 minutes to the hospital. She was crying and begging me, but I simply refused. Again, she had a phone. She could have called an ambulance. She ended up texting my girlfriend about what was happening, and my girlfriend blew up my phone asking me to take her. I told her that we agreed that her friend and I stay out of each other's way. Long story short, my girlfriend ended up coming back from work to take her to the hospital. Her friend is still at the hospital with her new son. My girlfriend got into an argument with me. I told her that I made it clear from the very start that she agreed to my condition. Now, people, understand there was a lot of bad blood between me and her friend over the years, and I barely scratched the surface in my backstory. I felt like I sacrificed a lot by letting her stay with us, and I feel like that doesn't make me an asshole, but my girlfriend says I should have made an exception, so maybe that makes me the asshole?
Obviously. Okay, no wonder she doesn't want you dating her friend. Okay,
Yeah, no
you
kidding.
fucking dick. like,
Like,
what
as
if
much as you hate someone, how can you deny not taking them to the hospital?
Right, she
And
could die.
even
Yeah,
if
she
they
could
were
die.
in Canada and the ambulance would have been relatively cheaper, like I think it's like $40, $80, something like that, you're still taking up ambulance time when you have the capability to drive her there,
what
right?
a piece of actual shit.
Yeah.
Hold on.
What an asshat. He sounds like a neckbeard where it's like,
Yeah.
I stated my rules. Now my lady must follow them. She must stay in the West Wing at all times. Oh, not interact. No, that's horse shit. What a piece of garbage.
Okay, that's what it was. Someone in the comments said, you're an asshole. If there's an emergency, then put your differences aside, blah, blah, blah. And he said, my girlfriend, unlike you, has the patience to understand why there's a feud between us. I agree with your judgment. Maybe I was too harsh in my decision, especially since it was an emergency, but you also don't know the context. Also, my girlfriend literally can't kick me out. I own the home. I don't know. I can't remember where it was. He went on to say that, there it is. Somebody said that he wasn't an asshole and that it wasn't a medical emergency. And they got downvoted into oblivion, obviously.
Nice.
But OP responded, "Thanks, man. I agree. Going into labor isn't a true emergency. It's a very natural part of women. If she was having a heart attack and I did nothing, then without question, I'd be the asshole and I wouldn't post this."
Women have baby normal. Don't need ambulance.
Don't need doctors.
I guess he just conveniently forgot the millions of women who died in childbirth in the 18 and the 1900s.
Women
right?
still die in childbirth.
And they still die
today,
with all of the interventions possible. So
yeah. Or they just die from not getting to the hospital, like in poorer communities or in communities where there's like systemic racism.
Yeah.
Women don't get the treatment that they need.
This is another one of those,
asshole.
like, how can this guy sit there, type this up, and be like, yeah, okay, send.
Yeah. Send.
send it.
Done.
Looks good. Piece of shit.
Yeah, agreed.
So he's an asshole.
Oh, yeah. Hundo P.
Hundo P.
Hundo P asshole. So that's it, I think.
Yeah.
That's our fitness episode.
Fitness.
Fitness.
And word etymology.
Yes. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
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 Bye.